welcome to a Wrestling Gab. That's Dalitha. I am Travis, and it's time for your main event.
How's everybody doing? Did everybody make it back over here due to our technical difficulties?
It does not look at that. It looks like, who knows, Matt?
Matthew's like, what happened?
I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing. What do I need to do? I'd do something.
What?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Well, I wouldn't have said what I said if I wouldn't have had something to do.
Everything looks fine. It gets started back up like it should. Everything's streaming.
It's weird.
Matthew's like, LOL.
Maybe it was on here.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, everybody. We appreciate it. Thanks for joining us again.
I don't know if people got notifications for it, but...
I don't know.
But there it is.
It is time for the main event of the evening.
As Matthew says.
All right, here comes
damn Chi-Coms,
Kate.
right? It was those bots. They came in and totally annihilated us from everything. I don't know. Matthew, did you get a notification?
Luke's in here.
Luke's like, yay, you're back, and I got no notification. Oh, sweet.
Yeah, that was very, very strange.
Alita says, I'm back. Thank you. Thank you for coming back. We appreciate it. Sorry about that.
Trying to figure out my damn phone.
Alita's like, no, I didn't. You didn't get a notification either? Well, that's no good.
I didn't either. So, no notifications.
Oh, that's shitty McShittertons.
It doesn't mean anything. It means they could just come out in a minute.
Matthew's like, nope, just refreshed.
Yeah.
I don't have notifications turned on my YouTube crap.
Well, yeah, but you'd see it here. Like if you go into YouTube, there's like a bell, and it would be there. All right, here comes the almighty Bobby Lashley. Lashley.
Nope, no notifications.
Yeah.
Because I don't get notifications for videos. I don't have those turned on.
Well, yeah, you wouldn't. They would just be in there.
No,
like
they're not.
Okay.
You can tell me all you want, but when I go to that area
all right, there's
of my
Bobby
YouTube,
Lashley.
I don't have them.
And he is accompanied by MVP.
Looks like I had to type in your channel name and scroll through your vids to find this one. Oh, that fucking's great. Matthew's like, their tube messes with channels by not sending out notifications.
Yeah, that's just a weird one.
That's fucking weird. Anyways, we do have the Fatal 5-Way. Looks like we have Bobby Lashley coming out right now, but we already have Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins out there in the ring. And, you know, we've got some fireworks for old Bobby. Everybody is so excited about Bobby. Oh, how exciting.
See, mine's on the first page now.
Well, mine was there when I went back
so
in
now it's
to
there,
find
but
our stuff.
It wasn't in the notifications.
But it's still not coming up in the notifications. As Piccola says, is this a news stream? I just happened to drop in.
Yeah, well, it is, and it's weird, and no notifications are out there, nothing.
No notifications, Piccola, but thanks for stopping in, dropping in, hanging out with us. We have the Fatal 5-Way right now.
And here comes Big E.
We have Big E coming down. We already have
Seth, Kevin Owens,
and Bobby Lashley out there.
Bobby out there.
Yes, all of them are out there.
It's funny. It's like their order of importance. The only thing is the champion should still come out last.
Right? But anyways, Crypto Clouds is in the chat saying who won.
Crypto.
Who won what? If you're talking
match?
about the Becky and Liv Morgan, Becky won that one and she retained
Becky did,
the
and
title.
she won it fair and square.
Matthew says, I talk shit about Seth, but he can certainly wrestle.
Yes.
Pico says, crop dusting, if you will. Yes, crop dusting, gross.
Yummy.
Chris says, let's go, Jobby Trashley. Alita says, so too many are on your...
Big E looks like the little guy that's just angry at everybody because he's so much smaller than everybody else. Obviously, he's got the guns and the legs and the pecs and everything else. He just wasn't blessed with the height.
Who is it?
Big E.
Oh. He's an angry midget man.
Look at him compared to everybody else.
Vindicator says, what a disappointing show so far. Another forgettable Survivor Series type of pay-per-view.
Hey, there's Vin. There he is!
Left.
The Beast!
He licked his wounds while his girl Liv was on there, and now he's, like, not happy. Chris says, it's a Brock party tonight. Yeah, the Beast. He's coming out as the Beast too.
Yeah.
Like, he's not Farmer Joe Brock, which is sad.
I was hoping he was going to be wearing jeans. I honestly was.
No, I was hoping that he'd be like, Brock Lesnar from over there, but I guess he's like, no, I'm going to be...
Kind of like a combat boot jean wearing...
He's like, I'm going to be asshole
Oh,
Brock.
he's wearing his stuff. He's a beast. He really is. There's no doubt about it.
Matthew's like, I want Kevin Owens to win. Fight, Owens, fight.
Right?
Well, Kevin did go and talk to his buddy, Sami Zayn, and he was going to go talk to Seth, his friend, and his soulmate. Sami Zayn is a soul brother or whatever the hell.
Soulmate. I just don't know if this match can hold all 5 of these guys. Like, I don't know how this match is going to actually happen.
Right?
There's no way that all 5 men could be in the ring at the same time. It's like a battle royal.
So crazy. Matthew's like, is Paul Heyman coming out? By the way, the sound is much better. Oh, yeah? The sound's better this time around?
Well, great.
Well, I'm glad that fixed itself. As Alita
Look
says,
at this.
still an asshole.
2-on-1 right on Brock, but Brock
Still an
taking it
asshole.
right to Seth and Kevin.
Oh,
Suplex
God.
City!
There he goes. Matthew's like,
Everybody
is it
gets a trip.
elimination?
No.
It's a fatal.
It's a fatal 5-way. It's just
five-way, so
winner takes all.
the winner wins. Whoever gets pinned, and that's the winner of the match. The
Look at
WWE
this.
Championship is on the line.
Oh, shit.
Jesus.
Kevin landed right on the back of his head.
Hopefully his brain hole is okay.
Oh, he's up.
Bart says, hi. Hey, Bart.
Hey, Bart.
And
Thanks
Alita
for joining
says,
us
told
back.
you, just wait. Well, of course he's
Oh,
still
my
an
gosh.
asshole.
That's 4.
Oh.
Big E. Oh, he took him off his feet, but just barely, though.
Right?
Big E hit him like a freight train. Took
Oh.
Brock over the top. He
Ouch.
spills all the way to the outside.
Well, he took him out, so he's like, yeah, I'm a badass. Look at me.
Now, he
My
thinks he's tough
onesie.
right now. We'll wait till Brock hits him one-on-one upright. Oh, and we forgot about Bobby,
Oh, wait, he was in there? That's ridiculous.
right?
Right, it's like
Becky
Brock's
just
new
runs
hair
right
looks
into the ring
cool
post.
On him. Yes. No count out, no disqualification. Bart's like, it started. Yes, Bart.
Yes.
It has
Bobby
started.
Lashley. He's going to spear. Here it is, guys. He spears him right through the barricade. Brock, Bobby.
Matthew's like, damn, this is going to be an intense match. And Bart's like, agreed.
Woo! Look like a skinny Brett Favre in the audience right there.
Guy was very excited.
Right.
They're like, should we go to commercial break? No. Let's just
No
show a
commercial
replay.
breaks.
As Robbie says, this is carnage. Totally. Nobody knows what's going to happen. Who's going to retain the championship?
All right, Bobby.
And who's
Poor-
going to be the new
Poor
champion?
Kevin Owens is about dead.
He's like, okay, I've been beat up enough. And Seth's like, I'll come in and try
He's
to
went
get
to
you. And
Suplex
he's
City
oh,
like
God.
4 times already.
Matthew's like, it's refreshing hard on my end. Sorry. Robbie's like, but entertaining. Alita says Brock is going to sleep for a while. Yeah,
Yes.
he's going to take a
Look
nap,
at that
nap
vertical
in the
suplex.
outside.
Oh, Kevin
Oh.
says. How is Kevin still on his feet?
I don't know. Maybe he's,
Like, the Suplex City didn't affect him?
he's like, should we do it together? He's like, totally. As Bart says, rip Kevin Owens. But he's still out there doing his
Kevin
thing.
Owens is getting shit done.
He's out there with Seth. Like, they're making friends.
They're obviously...
They're like buddies.
Doing
They're
this
like,
as
what
friends.
should we do? Like, well, should we wait? What? Should we attack you?
They're waiting
Should
for
we...
Brock to get in there.
Oh,
Seth.
shit. Seth threw himself as a scapegoat to Brock.
Brock grabbing his
He's
dick.
like, yay!
Oh!
Rob was like all that blood rushing to Seth's head.
So Big E, all he did was run into that ring post, and he's been out this whole time. He's still laying there.
Well, when Bobby throws you into a ring post, it kind of hurts for a while. As Robbie says, KO is double hard. This is ridiculous.
All right, they're going to hit him with the stare, the double teaming. That's such a good
MVP 's over
idea.
there. Like, come on, Bobby. You
The
can
only
do it,
problem
Bobby.
with this double teaming is
Who's
what-
going to win? They
what are
have
you gonna
to
do?
go against
You
each
almost
other
have
at
to
some
do
point.
paper, rock, scissors, and then whoever loses gets the first title shot.
Right? Matthew says, don't be sorry. I was just letting you know because of the previous tech issues.
All right, well, I appreciate
Okay, well, it's not... it's not for me, but I don't know. As Bart says, it's almost 5 a.m. for me, right? Yes, well, thanks for hanging out with us in the early wee hours of
It's
the
about
morning.
the time I get out of bed.
We'll be going to sleep after this, right? As Alita says, telepathy is working, right? Matthew says, Bart, where are you at? He's in Europe somewhere.
It's
He didn't specify where in Europe.
Uh-oh. I bet
Bobby's
it's fun
like,
in
"It's
this
all
match
good
for these
now."
guys. They're dominating Brock. Think about that. Like, you don't get to see that very often.
No. Pico's like vintage KO mocking Brock.
Yeah.
Bart is in Croatia. Ooh, that's cool.
Wow.
Haven't had anybody in from
Croatians.
Croatia in here. That's awesome, Bart. Well, thanks for hanging out with us.
That is way cool.
That's way awesome. Alita's like Australia.
It'd be hard for you to hang out with us every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, though.
Yeah, especially if you have a job.
But Saturday nights like this, Sunday morning for him, and Thursdays in the middle of the day, or whatever, Friday.
If they, it would be their nighttime.
Yeah.
Like after work time. Alita's like, I was close. You're guessing they were in Australia.
Oh, shit. Thrust kick right to Big E's face. Kevin Owens isn't selling anybody's stuff. Like,
no.
He's been suplexed 4 times. John Cena got suplexed. He lost.
Right? They're like, he's like, I can take anything. I'm badass. I throw myself off of the top.
The true
top thing of whatchamacallits and land on tables.
Right.
Like what's
the
his
facade.
Face? Shane.
Yeah. Oh, cages.
Yeah.
You know, who's going to turn on who? Is Kevin going to turn on Seth, or Seth going to turn on Kevin?
I don't know.
Because one of them's got to hit one of them.
Well, they're just friends, so they're not like soulmates like he is with Sammy. So,
Oh!
He's like, here, you go at him. Okay. Here, no.
And like
I'll
I
go
said,
at
Kevin's not selling anything.
him.
Say pop-up powerbomb. He can win it.
Get him.
2. Biggie kicks out.
Biggie kicked out of it. Kevin's like, what? Well, it's like my Croatian are still hanging out. Nice.
Kevin Owens up top.
Jumpy jumps.
There he goes. Cannonball right into the knees.
Ouch.
Oh, shit. The Seth hit him.
Seth got
1, 2. Biggie kicks out.
Biggie kicked out.
Poor Biggie.
Which is funny because they're like, oh, we have to choose the champion. You don't have to pin the champion, guys.
You sure don't. It's actually probably a bad idea to try.
Ravi's like, hey, it was made of steel. And Bart is like, yes. Not Seth freaking Rollins.
Biggie is still down.
He's like, I don't know what just happened to me.
I feel like Seth's showboating a little bit. He got a bloody forearm.
Already?
Yeah.
His arm's bloody? What
yeah,
did
right
he run
in his...
into that is bloody
I don't know.
That's weird.
Oh, shit.
Got him.
Like a Judas effect almost. Another one in the back of the head like Karrion Kross used to throw. All right, Seth, curb stomp.
This Bart has literal Iron Man right there. Right?
Uh-oh, Brock
no!
right into the F5.
Oh, shit. Oh no.
Oh, he got Big E too.
Oh, fuck.
Woo, but watch out for Kevin. No, he getting F5. No, stunner.
Oh, he thought he was going to give him a stunner. Oh,
F5.
shit.
This time he could win it. We could have a new champion right now.
Oh, God. Where's Bobby?
Bobby, get in there.
Bobby better get in. Oh, there he is.
By Bobby. 1, 2, 3.
Oh!
Oh!
Almost had him. He was so almost had him.
I would have been so okay with that.
Right?
Like, that's weird for me. Like, I would have been okay with that.
Oh,
Woo!
Alita's like, have a few friends who are still up. Yeah? Nice. And Robbie says for a big guy, Big is not very good with his movesets.
No.
Big E.
Here it is, a hurt lock on Brock. Brock might get out of this, though, right? He's got it locked in! He's got him locked in it! Bobby's got Brock in the hurt lock!
What?
He's gonna tap!
No way!
Is he gonna tap? He's going out!
Matthew's like, T-Rex is pumped. And Bart's like, no. Pico's like,
oh, Biggie saves him from behind.
What? He's like, I gotta
big
win my
ending.
championship.
Big ending. It's over.
Oh,
no, he's going to hit Brock with it.
Got to get Brock, too.
That's a lot of man.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say,
Brock's
no,
like,
wait.
I got you, homie.
He's like, all right, here. Have an
F5.
F5.
Can he beat the champion? He did it! Brock beat him! He beat the champion! Woo! I don't know how this is going to work on Monday.
What?
But we got a new WWE champion in Brock Lesnar. What the fuck? What the I don't even know where to go with this.
What happened? What the fuck?
He beat the champion too.
bro, Bobby's impressive. Robbie says D about to
Bobby, go get you some.
Brock wins. Brett is like, hell yes, Brock is champ. Bart's like, OMG. And Pico's like, and new. Bart's like, yes. And
I know
like, ha, ha, ha.
so many people.
Luke has no comment.
So many people told me there's no way Big E is losing this night. No way he's losing this night.
Bart's like, oh my freaking
Boom.
God, bro. Luke is still speechless. Vicus Kumar is in her
Wow.
chat saying, Brock Hart. Yes, Brock won.
Hey, no.
Matthew says that was a short match.
It was. That was like
Brock
a squash
involved,
match.
It usually is. Play with Initius in the chat says, hey, how's it going out there? Brock, it's your new
Relevance.
WWE
Relevance. Back.
champion.
There it is,
on
though.
Raw.
They're teasing it. It's happening at Mania. Bobby, there's that.
Bobby
Bobby
and
was
Brock.
standing there, and Brock was looking at him, and he was looking at him. So they're teasing it. So we're going to see it.
Brock is your new WWE champion, everybody. Holy shit.
And I was excited because I thought Bobby had won it right there.
Right?
And I would have been okay if Brock would have got pinned.
Totally, yeah, it would have been totally fine. Robbie says it was always going to happen, otherwise there was no point Brock coming back.
One F5 on Big E, guys. Big E only took a few hits in that.
True.
Wow.
Looks like I love this, but I'm so fucking confused rolling on the floor
I don't know.
laughing. Right? Like, it's like, what the fuck just happened?
I don't even know how you go anywhere from here. Like, I don't know what they were doing.
Right. Vindicator says, so they let Lesnar win but not Liv. Such stupid BS. I'll keep giving WWE a chance, though, if Liv gets a rematch. But I'm close to being just an AEW guy.
She is
anyway,
not.
see you guys for Raw meat. Oh, it's okay, Vin. Don't
Wow.
get too butthurt.
Brock Lesnar.
Bart says, yes, sir. Bart's like, love to hear that. Matthew says, I mean, I can't complain about this. It makes sense.
It does because
Anish
he's
says,
in the
I love
match.
you. That's awesome. Thanks for being with us, Anish. We appreciate you being in here. Herb Abrams is in the chat now. Says, if I was alive, Vince, I'm sure my Universal Wrestling Federation would put you out of business. Ravi says it's better than Big E holding the title hostage. And Alita says
Wow.
2 F5s. And Ravi says, I like the fact Brock is champ.
They put
Bart
the Georgia
says,
Peach up there. I love it.
Nice. Bart says, bro, I literally thought that Big E was going to win since the New Day already lost. But, bro.
Yeah,
Definitely something
I picked him to win.
You don't expect, right? I mean, you didn't even expect it. I mean, granted, they put him in there as a last-minute thing, and you were hoping maybe he'd have a feud with Roman. But as he said earlier, you know, he's like, well, I am a free agent thanks to, you know, Paul Heyman, blah, blah, blah,
My
and all that
advocate.
stuff. My advocate. But in a way, you know, you're like, well, I guess he could win, you know. But we were like, why would they do that and not keep that going with Brock and Roman? But, hey, whatever. This works, too.
Holy crap.
Avinash Sangram is in the chat. Did
Hey.
Brock Lesnar win WWE
Brock
title?
Lesnar
He
is your
did.
new champion.
Brock Lesnar is your champion. Kuldeep, good morning. Good morning, Kuldeep. Thanks for being with
thanks
us.
for hanging out
Bart
with us.
says
Make
yes.
sure you thumbs it up and
Kuldeep says love from
subscribe.
India. And Luna says, let's see. Shame Drew McIntyre isn't in this match with Brock winning the title as a callback to 2019 when SmackDown got rebranded.
It did, yeah.
Alita says, okay, so that will not be no Roman. You know, I don't know, though, right? Because he could still have a Roman feud sometime later if he has a feud with Bobby and Bobby takes the title.
Yeah, I feel like Bobby could beat him even at the Royal Rumble.
Right.
I don't think Brock's unbeatable at this point because I still think they want to do something with Roman.
Mm-hmm.
But at this point, they don't know where Roman's going to be.
Yes.
And so they just went ahead and they steered us in a different direction. Or they wouldn't have done it that quick if they weren't kind of thinking there was something.
Right.
I think they would have allowed this not to happen. They just canceled the match.
Yeah. Luna's in the chat saying that shame Drew McIntyre isn't in this match or Brock winning the title is a callback to 2018 when SmackDown got rebranded. Alita said, so, okay, that will be not with Roman. Terrence Morris is in the chat. Hey, Terrence says, my crush lost Liv Morgan. Damn. Amunol says, you are a mad Brock. Luna says, see you on Monday, everyone. Alita says, he has the same attitude as Sid. Mark Productions is in the chat saying, why did Brock Lesnar win, bro? What?
What happened? I mean, I'm okay with it, like I've said over and over and over and over, but it's just I don't know where they go from here.
Right. Yeah, I mean,
Where
it's
do
just
you
kind of
go?
like, what? I mean, but they can do the Bobby thing now, and it doesn't look bad, but it's just kind of weird. And the fact that he pinned the actual champion is
it takes away any rematch, any of that stuff. Big E's just got to go somewhere else. Yeah. Which is weird. But I've always looked at Big E as the mid-card guy. Yeah. So I thought it was weird that he was champion in the first place.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And now this brings a little bit relevance back to that title, because that title's big. It used to be huge. That was like John Cena's title, you know, the WWE Championship.
Right.
Way before the Universal Championship was around.
Yeah. Golf Lashley says bye-bye. Bart says, damn, bro. Luke says, I think the Bobby versus Brock tease was a misdirect, because this is screaming there about to consolidate the
titles.
The titles. This has happened before. The two titles. This has happened before.
Jericho did it.
Yeah. I just think it would be weird for him to do that, though. I mean, because they're on separate places. You know, I mean, and Fox is like very adamant about keeping their shit separate. So I just don't know why they would even think about uniting them. And I don't think that Fox Networking would go for it. I think that they would be like, yeah, hell no. Fuck no. Robbie says they got big plans with Brock. And Matthew says road to WrestleMania. Woo! Bart says, yeah. And Lieutenant Martha's in the chat saying, yeah, I'm out of here. Happy 2022, everyone. Let's hope this year will be better than 2021. 2020 was much worse.
Happy New Year, everybody. What a fantastic show. I liked it. It's the best one of the year so far.
Yeah, you can't say any different. Bart says, I'm calling it at WrestleMania. It's going to be Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar. I believe that Bobby maybe wins, but that's just my prediction. So, yeah.
It's 3 months away, guys. 3 months away from tomorrow. So, by the time Raw comes, it'll actually be 3 months away from the time their matches, because their match will be on Sunday night.
Yeah.
It's not going to be the Saturday.
No,
show.
It wouldn't be the ending on Saturday.
So,
Nikhil is in the chat. Hey, Nikhil says Bobby versus Brock at WrestleMania. Joshua E. Brock wins. Yes, he did. And Noel is in the chat, says, I didn't enjoy this match. Seth had to win. Oh, I'm sorry you're a big Seth fan.
It's killing me what they're doing with Seth, because Seth should be a champion. And
right.
it's like he's in the era of better teams. You know what I mean? Like, your team's stacked, but there's just these like legendary teams, and so your team can't win a championship. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden your team has to rebuild, and then there's and then they miss their window.
Right.
The type of
thing. Yeah,
thing.
it is really weird. Shaquan is in the chat saying Brock won.
He did. We got Brock.
But he's crying, so I don't know if that's happy cries or bad cries. Who did Brock pin to win? Big E.
Big E. He pinned the champion.
He literally pinned the champion.
One F5. Well, in that ring set, he had done an F5 earlier.
Yeah. Big E had been pretty, done. Matthew says, no, Seth doesn't need to be champ. Bart says, yeah, bro, like they need to start doing something with Seth, because they ain't doing nothing now.
Well, they did, and they fucked him by the whole Fiend.
Yeah, the Fiend thing.
That
totally
Fiend thing just ruined it, and
thing.
I don't understand why they did it at the time. There was no reason to put him against the Fiend when they did.
Yeah.
And then they had him get disqualified or something like that in a freaking no rules match in a Hell in a Cell. They stopped the match, which I think that just put people off.
Yeah, like, why would you do that? And the thing that was stupid is, like, they could have done so much more with the Fiend by never putting a title on him. And it was just stupid that they did. I mean, it was just...
They put the title on him in Saudi Arabia.
Right.
That was later, because of the backlash they got because of how he lost.
Right.
It was just dumb how he lost.
Yeah, if he would have lost just fair and square, it would have been a completely different story.
He didn't lose, though. That's what I guess I'm trying to get at. He was attacked by a sledgehammer, and the referee stopped the match. It's a Hell in a Cell match. Death stops it, or till Seth pins him.
Let's see. Bart says Brock pinned Big E. Yep.
Yes.
Shaquan says, I hate WWE. This is going to be so bad now. And Noel says Big E was a moron champ.
Yeah.
Javen the Savage says, hey guys. Hey Javen.
Mid-card champion.
Yeah, Big E, I felt like he was just a placeholder, as Travis said. We've said ever since he got the title. It was just kind of a placeholder. And it was great that he did get a chance to become the champion. But at the same time, it's like, meh. Bryce is like, hey guys, I have to get going. I'm enjoying this live stream. Bye, Bryce. Thanks for hanging with us. Javen says we got a new champion. Sure,
we do.
It did happen. Not that it was expected. I really didn't expect Brock in our predictions. I figured Big E would retain, and so I didn't really expect Brock. I figured that he would get kind of beat up on the outside by everybody.
Every time I bet against Brock, he wins. I bet against Brock against the Undertaker. I was like, oh, Undertaker will win this. He's undefeated at WrestleMania, blah, blah, blah. And Brock beats him. I'm freaking out.
Like, how could they happen?
I'm like, what in the world? And of course, I went against him. So do not bet against the Beast.
Right? I guess you just don't do that. It's something you don't
Even
do.
when you hear, like, oh, he's leaving. Like, his contract's up tomorrow. Don't bet against him. Vince will re-sign his ass to be champion.
Francisco is in the chat, says he pinned Big E. Yes, Brock did.
He pinned
Joseph
Big E.
Hugar is in the chat saying, hey, how are you? Great, how are you doing? Film says, holy cow, Brock Lesnar won the WWE Championship. Hey, guys, I am back. And Francisco says, at Bart. Yes.
Yeah.
Francisco to Bart. He did win it.
Give us a thumbs up and subscribe, guys. We appreciate you.
Pin him. Film Nation is like, wow. Yeah, very much a wow, right? Like, shocking. Like, everybody's kind of like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's a complete WTF moment. Like, and maybe it was because Brock, you know, you got to go back and look and say, well, maybe he was going to win against Roman and he was going to take the title from him. So he's like, well, I need to fucking have a title no matter what. Right. And so they're like, all right, well, Big E, you're losing. And they're like, oh, shit.
Well, that's how you get her done.
Rajveer is in the chat saying Brock Lesnar with a scary face. And Bart says, I'm subbed since Crown Jewel. Sweet. Yeah, and anybody else out there who's just kind of coming in and here and
just
new,
hanging out.
If you're not subscribed to us, please subscribe.
Subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. Let's get those thumbs ups to 100 or 200 or whatever.
We're here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for Raw, SmackDown, and AEW's Dynamite.
Yeah, it was a fantastic show. Brock Lesnar did pin Big E with a little help, obviously. You know, It wasn't like Big E just lost straight up.
He did get beat up by quite a bit of people, and he did get, you know, quite a bit of other stuff happening to him. But Brock, you know, retained in his I can do anything, even by getting put in the Hurt Lock by Bobby, who got saved by Big E, which is hilarious. Roger says, unbelievable. Film says, so anyways, how did the Liv Morgan-Becky Lynch match go? It went okay.
It went pretty good. Liv did really well. This time it was a lot better than it was their last match when it was really botchy and stoppy. This one flowed.
A little bit better. Still, Travis made comments about how it wasn't as smooth as it should be.
Right.
Like
their
they
chemistry
don't
is
have
getting
really
better.
The best chemistry together. But Becky Lynch did retain her title on that one.
Yeah, she beat her fair and square. I think she tried to cheat at the very end. She reached for the ropes, but I think they were just too far back.
Yeah.
And so if she was supposed to cheat there, and
it
she
didn't happen,
so they're going to have to
she
rewrite.
She won fair and square, literally run fair and square. James Mergen says Brock Lesnar 2022 new champ day one. Yes, that's right, James. Film says, did Becky and Liv show their good-looking, beautiful female armpits? Sure they did.
Yes,
Matthew says, well,
the
WWE is probably paying Brock a couple $1 million for this run. Getting the title is best for business.
Yeah, you're talking like 11 million or something. Like Brock makes huge money.
Bucks. Bart says, I'm still shocked that he won. And Francisco says, Brock could have beat Roman. Right? I mean, that's kind of what you're thinking right at this point. He was like, well, I get a title either way. So either you put me in this match and I get the title, you know, or you're going to pay me and I will not come back kind of crap. Janelle Jackson says, people not happy where Brock Lesnar is the new champion. Yeah, who are these people? Is it just the Twitter sphere people? Because if it's social media people, I don't believe it. Because everybody in the crowd was like,
the crowd loved it.
Everybody
Everybody in our chat basically has been loving it.
Like, I mean,
it's hard to say, but I know that a lot of people don't like Brock because of he doesn't defend it every week or whatever. But that's fine for me.
Right.
Like, I like main event champions. I like a guy that shows up at the UFC pay-per-views and wins every 3 months.
Because he's a champion. But he shows up. That's what you want. You want a champion that shows up for it and everything.
And when he usually shows up, he shows out and they win.
Granted, now that he's champion, he might not have to come down and talk and stuff like that. But I kind of still hope that they kind of give him that whole Podunk Saskatchewan guy thing still. Because that shit's funny. And I think it makes him a better champion that way rather than anything else. But it kind of came down as kind of a hill.
No Paul Heyman.
But no Paul Heyman or anything like that. So.
He did his own promo earlier in the night. Did a fantastic job. Mm-hmm. And then he walks away champion.
Yep. Film says, yes, that's awesome. Thank you, Travis and Miss D. Thank you for being with us, Film. Angry Rainbow Dash says, bye for now. Well, bye, Dash. And
we will be here.
What happened to your streams?
Who knows?
I don't know. Robbie's like Bobby versus Brock. Marcos Gamer says, hi. Hi, Marcos.
Thanks for joining us.
As Sophie says, you have 4 of them. Cool.
We should only have 3.
I didn't know we had 4. That's cray.
All sorts of extremes.
Venom YT is in the chat saying, obviously, Brock Lesnar is deserving. Rohit Saha says, oh my god, beast fire. Robbie says, so no rematch for Big E. You know, if they do, it'd be kind of weird.
They can. They could do a rematch, and that would take up some time. But he pinned him with 1 F5, guys. It wasn't like Big E was getting beat up over here and then over here. He just picked it.
Well,
actually, Big E was doing the beating up.
Yes.
Remember, he broke the hurt lock. And then
but before that, he did get thrown into the ring post on the outside by Bobby.
I meant when it was happening, he was on the offensive side. He was about to or the big ending to Brock, and Brock slipped off the back, picked him up, and then F5'd him once and pinned him.
So, I mean, yeah, it was maybe that part might have been a little bit weird. Like, he could have done more, but everybody else was out of commission, so what do you do? Matthew says the stream got attacked by the Chi-Coms, right? Reha says, unbelievable. Sophie says that was a short main event, and what does that mean for Brock's feud with Roman? Who knows?
I think that one is going to be, like Luke was saying, it's either going to be in the forefront, and they're going to try to unify those 2 titles, or it's going to be in the back burner for Mania, and then Brock will either drop the belt or do something against Bobby.
Right.
And they'll just go a different direction.
Yeah.
And then next year do the Brock thing and just let Roman be champion for a while.
Right. Yeah. Venom says Roman will relinquish the Universal Championship, ?
Well, obviously, depending on his health, you know, if something major happens, he would have no choice, which would be just sad. That would be. Yeah, we don't want to see anything. We don't want to see
anything happen to Roman for any reasons. You know, he does have some issues, health issues as it is, and so we do hope that he does get better.
Right. With his leukemia and then the therapy that he used to treat the leukemia, I don't know what kind of medication he's on or any of that stuff. Right. So it's hard to say how he could be affected where somebody that had a perfect immune system would be affected.
Yep.
So his is a little bit different, a little scarier, but I think, you know, I'm going to keep my optimism on.
I think that WWE will do everything in their power to make sure he gets better. Lena says, I am not surprised Brock deserved that title, and he did it just like he said, I am not leaving without one.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly. Sophie says that main event seemed like a last-minute decision.
Well, of course it was.
It was.
And it was
20 minutes before they announced on WWE that Brock was even going to be in the Fatal 5-Way. And so that means that before they even started anything today, Roman tested positive for unicorn sprinkles. So if he tested positive earlier, you know, they had to figure out what they were going to do. So they probably went to Brock and said, well, how do you feel about this?
Yeah, we don't even know. Maybe Roman showed up to the building.
Yeah.
And then they tested him, and they're like,
dude,
no, you got to go home.
You can't stay here.
And he's like, you got to be crap, you know?
Right? Because they did have him off the last week because of the possibility of him being exposed. And so they were scared about that. So, you know, we don't know. I mean, I don't know the ins and outs of the behind-the-scenes stuff. We're just, you know, speculating at this point. Magala says, wow. And Robbie says, as long as Big stays in his lane and not in WWE title lane, then I'm good with that. Matthew says Roman will get the horse paste and be fine, right? Sophie says Big E is the second New Day member that Brock won the WWE Championship from. Prasad is in the chat saying Brock Lesnar is the best in the world. Sophie says Brock could have faced anyone else instead of adding him to the 4-way match.
Yeah, and they did. They obviously wanted to put a title on him.
But Brock is a title winner. Why would they put him in anything else if a championship title wasn't on the line? It makes no sense.
Yeah, they got to pay that.
Makes no sense.
And, you know, there's a big possibility that he has something in his contract that didn't say he had to be champion, but that he had to be in the main event.
Yeah, or be in championship matches.
Right, and so when Roman dropped out, they had to put him in, and maybe he had the call like, look, the only person I was told I had to lose to was Roman.
Right. Matthew says Roman was just scared to fight Brock and got sick on purpose. Joe Smith the Dawn says this is gay. You're not a big Brock fan? Yeah. I know a lot of people aren't. Jason Finch is in the chat saying, I love Brock Lesnar, new WWE Championship. Robbie's message retracted. Sophie says, I feel bad for all the 4 guys in that 4-way match. James Mergen says, Happy New Year, guys. Great channel.
Yeah.
Thanks, James.
Make sure you're giving us those thumbs ups and giving us some subscribes.
Yeah, subscribe if you guys
I bet you
us a
Joe
good
Smith, the Don, did not think his comment was going to get read. Well, over 100 people in here, and he said the gay word. He said happy.
Naza Rambo says Malaysia Kula Pari Perak. I don't know what that means.
I'm not exactly sure why he thinks it's so happy in here.
But are you from Malaysia? That's awesome. Ravi says no rematch for Liv. Bart says they had to do something with Brock since Roman is already sick, so no wonder that he actually won it and got in the match.
Right.
Boycott Activision is in the chat, says, what the fuck is going on? Are you talking about
Brock
what WWE
won.
is doing?
Brock won this.
Brock won. They put him in the championship. He is now your new WWE champion.
He is the
on
champion
Raw.
on Raw, so obviously they're moving some direction away from Roman, but for how long? And then we'll see how Roman is doing. You think that they would do something where he just gets the title inherited or something.
Right. Naza Rambo giving us the YouTube signal. Matthew says he is the main event wrestler, though you don't open with Hogan, right? Exactly. But Brock always has said he's either first or last. One or the other. He either opens the show or closes the show. So one or the other happens for him. Miguel Gonzalez like WWE. Lena gives a thumbs up. Joe's the Don's laughing. And James says already did subscribe. Thanks so much. We appreciate that so much. Rockzilla is in the chat saying WWE didn't want Liv to win. Period. Oh, some people I know are very butthurt about Liv not winning, but I just don't feel that she's ready to deserve it yet. Sophie says, so Brock versus Reigns feud isn't happening anymore. They do title versus title for Mania to end the brand split.
And they possibly could. I doubt they're going to do a brand split. I get my words out here. Look at Joe. He's laughing at what I said. The Don.
Yeah, I saw her already said that.
That's pretty funny.
Luckin Petit, will Roman come back? Yes, he's just sick. We're just hoping he gets better real fast. We'll see him again. Don't worry, guys. I'm pretty sure he'll be back to SmackDown sooner than later. 10 May, Panday is in the chat. I don't know why Ravi message deleted them, but we'll find out. What did you say? Made words and I don't know. But thanks for being in the chat with this. Sorry you got timed out, but do subscribe. Come back.
Make sure you're
Say
subscribing.
Ravi says Liv ain't a winning-ish facts fam. Miguel Gonzalez is clapping. Hunter 2.0 Gaming says Roman Reigns. James Mergen says Brockzilla. # the beast. And Lena says, good for Brock. After what he went through, he got what he wanted one way or another. Jason Finch says, with Brock Lesnar is on SmackDown. Okay, so he is a free agent.
He is a free agent.
He mentioned it earlier in the pay-per-view. He's a free agent. Now, I said it earlier, too, that he really kind of wasn't a free agent. Like, he kind of basically kind of signed with SmackDown. But it could be in his contract that he could switch over at any time. Maybe he just said, oh, I'll go to SmackDown for now and I'll have a feud with Roman Reigns, and that's what we'll do. Sean says, Ois. And Rockzilla says they want the est of WWE to win against Becky. Well, they better start making her better again because she kind of has been kind of blah. Sophie says it could have been worse. They could have added Goldberg to the 4-way match. Film says, okay, Wrestling Gab, I have to get going. You guys rock. I'll see you guys on the next live stream. Thanks, Film. Have a great rest of your weekend. We'll see you on Monday. Lena says Roman will be shocked big time. Vincent Raj is in the chat saying Beast Unleashed. Bart says at Crown Jewel, I said that the next pay-per-view, Brock is going to beat Roman, but looks like that my prediction was kind of right. I mean, he won championship, but not against Roman. And I agree. I pretty much, if he was going to get a championship, that no matter what, he was going to win. I just don't know how they would have pulled it off with Roman still looking good. I mean, because we don't want Roman to look weak because they've never put him forward as weak, and so it would be kind of hard to, like, make sure he looked good. Miguel Gonzalez is the angry face. Film says, # Alexa Bliss. Hope she returns, including Bailey as well. Sean says, win Brock Lesnar, my favorite. Matthew says, Happy New Year, everyone. Have an awesome night.
Happy
Brock
New Year's.
Lesnar.
Brock did it.
He did win.
He
in that
did it.
fatal 5-way that we had. Jojo McGowan says hello. Phil
Hey,
says
Jojo.
bye, guys.
Make
Love
sure you're
y'all.
subscribing.
And Bart says I'm going to go to sleep since it's 5:11 a.m. for me, so I'll see you guys
we do
on
appreciate
Monday.
you. Hey,
Thanks
thank you.
for hanging with us, Bart. And if we see you on Monday, that is fantastic.
Fantastic.
Thanks
We
for
appreciate
hanging out
you.
with us from Croatia. It's pretty cool that you were in here. All right, so that's about it. That was the last match of the night, was the Fatal 5-Way, and Brock did win.
And, Liv did a pretty good job in her match, but I do not think they're going to redo that.
As we have your daughter, Kenna, in here, you smell sweet. Smell good, like flowers, or stink like I didn't take a shower, but I did.
I told her to get in because there was like 100 people in
Alita says, good night, Alita. Miguel says, Jaja, WWE. Luke says, I'm just waiting for What a Culture Wrestling and Simon Miller to respond to this. I'm sure they'll all be butthurt, right? Because they're like, ew, it's so bad that they took it off of Big E. Poor
We'll
Big
see how
E.
they pull it out tomorrow. It is an interesting one, though. It'll be weird to see what they say.
Oh, yeah.
Who knows? They might be okay with it, because Big E wasn't, all that.
Right.
He wasn't doing anything spectacular.
Matthew says, haha, you said it the way intended to be said. LOL, awesome. Of course. James Mergen says, see you on Monday. Have a great night. Be safe. You too, James. Thanks for being with us. Parthy Pan says, hi. Brock Lesnar has been won WWE Championship. You got it. He sure did.
Yes.
Kenneth says, stinky. Sweet. Bad stink. Bart says, love y'all's channel, so see you guys. I don't know if I'll make it on Monday, but I'll try my hardest. If you can't, it's okay. We totally understand. It's way in the early morning for you, and if you work a job, it's not exactly
We'll
the best
definitely
thing to
see
do.
you for the Royal Rumble, though.
Yes. Luck and Petite says, is Brock going to Raw? Looks like it. If he's the Raw champion, I'm sure he's going to be on there for a while.
I'm sure we're going to see him Monday first. He's going to be the first one there.
Rockzilla says Triple H is not going to be Roman's new manager with his health problems. I don't foresee Triple H really doing a lot more with his heart issues that he's having. I haven't really heard anything about what's going on with him, but
I just know it was really bad.
Yeah, Miguel Gonzalez has given us the, what is that? Oh yeah, it's a mask face 1.9. Yeah, Party says full, and Ken is like pink hoodie, low key fire. Matthew Edward Meta says SSS hearts and beer and cowboys and all kinds of great stuff. Jason Fledge says, I thought Brock and Reigns were supposed to do the title. Roman Reigns was not able to compete tonight. He did test positive for unicorn sprinkles, or COVID, as everybody knows it as. On our channel, we call it unicorn sprinkles because Carly kind of brings in some negativity and stresses a lot of people out. Anyways, but he did go on and tweet about it. WWE did release that information. He did test positive as of today. So he is a COVID person, and so he was not able to come back, but he will be back. So don't worry about it. He's going to get better, and he'll be back if you're a big Roman fan. And I don't know if they're going to have Brock versus Roman at any point soon. But, who knows what's happening there.
It did look like they were teasing a lot of Bobby Lashley.
Oh, yeah?
At the end. Like, Bobby was standing on the ramp, and Brock was looking at him, and Bobby was looking back at him with that face, that stank eye.
Yeah.
And so it did look like they might do something in that direction. We could always get a Big E rematch.
True.
Especially on Monday, just to kind of fill some time for a while.
Vincent Raj says, is Bobby next in line for Brock? Right? Exactly.
It looked like it.
And Ken is like, okay, bye. Lena says, it was fun to hear and talk to you all. Have a great night. Thanks for hanging out with us, Lena. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Akshay says, Brock Lesnar is the new WWE champion. You are correct.
Brock did it.
And I love Roblox is in the chat. Says, I'm so happy Brock won. Will Roman be okay? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he'll be fine. And they're going to take good care of him and stuff like that. For all we know, he might have just tested positive and has no
symptoms.
No symptoms at all, guys.
He might be asymptomatic.
Just because he tested positive doesn't mean that he's like down and out and, in the corner crying and, having issues with his health. We're just hoping he doesn't because of his immune system.
Make sure you subscribe. Give us some thumbs up. So we appreciate you guys. We really do. Miguel
Gonzalez has given us the taco. Gotta love some tacos.
Love
Robbie's
it.
like, big up D Travis Quality Stream Channel as always. Shabham says now Brock versus Bobby is set to next. I know that's a lot of people want that. They want to see that happen.
Ravi, thank you.
As Alita says, thumbs up and subscribe. Yes, thank you very much, guys. Yes, if you're new out there and you're just kind of hanging out in the background, please make sure to subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. We are live every, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and pay-per-views for WWE and AEW is what we do.
We do AEW. We do their pay-per-view. We do every one of their shows except for we do not do Rampage or Dark. Yeah. But we do Dynamite. We do. We do Dynamite on Wednesdays or Thursday mornings for a lot of you.
Anthony Morelli is in the chat. Hey, Anthony says, is the Intercontinental title match going to happen on Friday between Sami and Nakamura?
I hope so.
Right?
I think it's time, and I think it's time for Sami to actually be a champion.
Right? Yeah, I mean, it's time for him to be a champion again. Why not? Put it back on him. That was the one he had before, so why not? Richie Patera is in the chat saying, hey guys,
Richie.
Happy New Year, and let's go Brock. Yes.
Yes, Brock did it.
Brock did win.
Champion of the world.
As Robbie says, smash up the likes, and Liv and Biggie got smashed up tonight, and subscribe. It's free, man. Like Morgan. Yes, all that good jazz and stuff. Bart says, well, guess I won't be going to sleep because I can't fall asleep. The excitement is real, right? Like, the excitement is real. Like, it gives you that adrenaline rush when somebody
Last night I
wins
was lighting off fireworks, and I came back in, and I was like, I am not going to bed. I went downstairs, and I put my head on the pillow, and I fell asleep. I woke up in the exact same position as I laid down.
Right? Sujal Rasholi is in the chat. It says B. Hello.
B.
Hi. Yeah, Brock. Are you talking about Brock?
Absolutely.
B is
the
for Brock.
Brockster.
Brock Lesnar did win the WWE Championship tonight in the
Champion
Fatal
of the world.
5-Way. He was a last-minute put in because Roman Reigns did, of course, get tested positive for COVID, unfortunately. We're hoping he's okay. Send our prayers to him and hope he gets better fast. Richie says Brock now is a 5-time WWE champion. And Bart says, you guys are just too good, so I'll keep watching.
Make sure anybody
H,
else,
right?
just
H.
anybody in here. McKenna puts H because he put a B. That's actually funny. Anybody in here, just chat. She'll read it. We'll answer
Robbie
it.
says, imagine
you got
if
questions?
Liv won, how excited D would be now. Ha ha. Right?
Bye, Alita.
I'd be so excited.
Or are you saying bye to us?
Alita says bye. Are you saying bye to us or
just somebody else?
Or are you just going to go to sleep?
You can stick around if you want to.
It is late for you, so if you go to bed, I am okay with that. For us, our Saturday night isn't too bad. It's only 9 o'clock for us.
Right.
But for everybody on the East Coast, it's 11. And for other people in other countries like Bart, it is 5 a.m. And for Robbie, who it is late in the morning also. Devise in the chat says, buzz of confusion of champion, Universal Champion versus champion, WWE Champion. Winner takes all, undisputed champion.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're kind of putting that out there, right? They're going to maybe unify it. Luke, one of our mods, he mentioned it earlier.
Yeah, they could easily.
Is that what's going to happen now? Question mark, question mark. Is that what they're going to do? Alita says, Yeah, you were going to go to bed? You should go to sleep.
You can definitely go to sleep on.
You don't have to stay in here for us. It looks like it might be a little bit slow. Anyways, did we have a whole bunch of people
You would
and it
think
went down?
so. No.
Oh.
It says there's 100 people in there.
Huh. Well, mine it only
Right now.
says 5.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Maybe my phone needs to be reset. And if that's the case, then that's the case. Try to turn mine off. I'm like, mine says there's a huge number in there, but.
That's crazy. Anyways, Miguel Gonzalez is giving us hearts and cakes and kings. Nice. Love,
Yeah, mine says
love
89.
and everything. Robbie says, who will beat Brock for the title?
Who?
Bobby?
Who? I think Bobby
Let's
Lashley.
throw Bobby against him. And then have him win and then Brock go back to Roman and beat him. Why not?
Or something along those lines. I feel like Bobby Lashley has to face Brock. We've all wanted it. We've wanted it for years.
Right.
So why not give it to us?
Exactly. Like, why not? Why wouldn't you do that? I mean, it really makes a difference, right? That you do that kind of stuff. I mean, because everybody wants to see it at that point. Yeah, I had to reset mine for it to show up. How weird is that, right?
Did?
Yeah, now it shows the 100 of people watching. Vincent Raj says Brock is going to make a difference in Raw ratings problem if he'll be in Raw. I love Roblox says I subscribe to y'all. Thank you so much.
Thank
and
you
Luke
so
says,
much.
Did you hear that Toni Storm actually quit WWE? Yes.
Yes,
yes,
she
we
left.
did. She asked for her release. We knew that part, and that's what we were talking about.
Yeah, she flew herself home.
Yeah, she wasn't just released. Yeah, she was done. She just kind of done, I guess. She quit. It was after that triple threat match. She quit and even bought her own plane ticket to get home.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
was wrestling Sasha Banks and Charlotte on a house show.
Yeah.
And afterwards, she just quit.
I guess maybe something happened. Maybe words were exchanged. Maybe she didn't like what was happening. Who knows? But yeah, it's crazy. Alita's like, I see 105. Miguel's like, JD. And Ken is like 92. Alita's like, yes, Luke. Device says Biggie will beat Brock Lesnar. Yeah,
there you go.
Think that Biggie's going to come back and beat old Brock.
Do you think he'll do it on Monday? Because I feel like that's what's, like, we're going to see Brock and Biggie this Monday.
Yeah, he's just going to come back and be like, bitch, I deserve that title. That's
and then,
shit.
well, because that's what he did to Bobby. Remember, they're like, people are like, oh, it was a cash in, and then he beat Bobby fair and square.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's going to be the exact same thing, and they're going to do it back to him. They're going to say, oh, okay, now it's your turn. They can even do it in a cage if they want.
Ken is like, transgender. Don't talk about my sexuality like that. I don't like it. It's rude.
Somebody said what?
Kenna.
Just random word
yes,
throw.
Miguel Gonzalez is like gazillion dollars, right?
One kajillion.
Rob is like, Toni Storm, welcome to Ring of Honor, haha. Who knows though? Maybe she's done. Like, who knows what happened? Like, we don't know. Nobody knows what happened except her, right?
Yeah, she's the one that she left, and we don't understand why. Is it a mental health thing? Was she having panic attacks?
Yeah, like
what? we all just assume that it was something to do with WWE and Vince is an asshole.
Right, but is that really, like, is that what is happening though, or is it just her own issues that she couldn't work out and it just all came to a head?
Was she having she having panic disorder because she was in the spotlight? You guys got to remember, she was wrestling the world champion, and not only that, but the most popular female wrestler probably in the world.
Yeah, Sasha.
No, well, that too.
Charlotte. But the thing, is like, Sasha was, I guess you could say Sasha was trying to be her friend and stuff like that and trying to help her. So, and I don't know, maybe it was she didn't like how they were doing her character. Maybe she didn't like the crying thing.
But what I'm getting at...
Or maybe she couldn't help the crying thing. Maybe, and people were making a big deal out of it.
And maybe
She's
that
like,
was...
I can't help it.
And people they cry during panic attacks, like some people. And
Right.
we don't know if it was her mental health that was causing this, or, she just didn't want to be there. But to me, it makes a lot of sense that it was her mental health, because... Say she was wrestling, what's her name? The Shotzi Blackheart.
Right.
It's not a big deal. Right? She's just out there. But Charlotte's a different type of person.
Yes.
A different type of character. She's going to hit her harder. She's kind of like Natalya. She's just going to slap you in the face, but harder than the other people. And you're like, whoa.
Right.
And then all of a sudden you're like on TV and everybody's watching. And it's main event.
Some of these girls aren't made to, like, not take it personally. Like, she probably might have taken it personally, like, oh, you hate me. Like, no, that's just how it is.
Right, no.
Like, just put on your big girl panties.
And Charlotte's raised with somebody that was in the business in the day that it was different, right? When everybody thought it was real. So if a wrestler went to a bar and somebody stepped up, they had to fight him. Like, they had to, right? Or it looked like they were a fake tough guy.
Right.
And so Charlotte's raised by that. And so she knows that in the business, you can have friends or you can be world champion.
Right.
And it's that easy.
Yep.
Do you want to be a champion or do you want to have friends?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, it's crazy. Kenneth's like, start freestyling. I don't know how to do it. Sorry, I can't rhyme enough words. Rob is like, the story will come out soon, I'm sure. Saloma says, boy, FYI. Nice.
Right, yeah, like we said, we got Brock Lesnar in there as the new world champion. If anybody's in here just watching, subscribe. Make sure you're chatting. Just say
interact.
Something. We'll definitely get it back and forth.
Right. Rob is like, can you not have both?
That's a good question. Can you? Are people too jealous, would be my question. If you're a champion month after month, year after year, are the other people going to get jealous of your success? If the answer is no, then yes, you can be friends with them.
Right. Miguel Gonzalez is Big E.
It reminds me of Talladega Nights.
Oh, yeah, fear not.
Shake or bake, well, his buddy,
yeah.
He's like, hey, how about we slingshot me into it? He's like, we can't do that. Then I wouldn't win. Right? He's like, oh, man, I wasn't even thinking that.
I wasn't thinking that you wouldn't win. That's so strange. I just wanted to have fun. Anyways, Miguel Gonzalez like Big E. Luke says, I don't know if it's mental health, but she is very young. She had huge matches before and no issues that were visible. So my thoughts are it was due to backstage issues or character issue. And that doesn't necessarily mean true, Luke, right? Because NXT isn't really like the big league. Right? It's kind of the mediocre league. You're on TV and stuff like that and everything. And NXT UK is the same way, right? You're kind of in a mediocre league. You have a smaller audience. You're not really like pandering to millions upon millions upon millions of people. And all of a sudden now it's like, hey, you're in the goddamn spotlight and you have to go up against Charlotte Flair.
Right.
What? Are you kidding me?
Right. And they threw her.
No way I can do this.
I feel like they brought her up from NXT. They did nothing with her. And then they said, you know what? Here's Charlotte. And, I mean, anybody else.
Right.
She could have wrestled numerous women, and they said, here's Charlotte. It's like, okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Now what do I do?
Thanks for that. Charlotte hits her in the face with a pie.
Right, twice, like 2 times. I Love Roblox says, did y'all want Big E versus Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley at the Rumble? No. I really don't want it to be a 3-way, a 4-way, a 5-way, a 12-way, or anything. I just want it to be a 1-on-1. That's it.
I don't like the triple threats tonight or more. Tonight I was kind of like eerie because I knew that somebody else was going to win. Brock won and he beat the champion, so it's different, right? But most of the time they pass it off. So if Roman was in a triple threat and, Jimmy pinned Jay and became champion of the world, Roman didn't take the loss, so he still looks strong. You know what I'm saying? But tonight, Brock pinned the champion, so he looked strong. Big E lost, period. He got pinned, whether it was a 1-on-1 or a 5-on-5 or whatever it was. Big E's the one that took the pin, and he was the champion.
Right.
So there's no excuse.
Let's see, Josh Mahey, fuck off. Nice, thanks, man. Anyways, you should subscribe because it's awesome.
Hey, make sure you're subscribing.
Miguel Gonzalez says Edge. Alita says minor league. Luke says, she headlined huge title matches in New Japan, which over there, that is the Super Bowl shows with Honor K. That's what I meant.
Yeah, the New Japan shows are big deals.
She was headlining with Asuka whenever that was in 2017.
And she's young. Back in 2017, she would have been 21, 20 years old.
And I get it that she's young and stuff like that and everything, but I guess I look at it like this. If you're headlining those type of shows, then what you're doing in WWE should be a piece of cake. It should be just a walk of nothing. So, but I feel that at the same time, WWE is a completely different monster when it comes to title shows and headlining.
And show business.
It's completely different because in New Japan, did anybody fucking know her unless you were watching indie stuff, unless you were actually watching it? You didn't know who she was. Nobody knew who she was. If you're just a WWE person, you wouldn't even know who she was. Then she comes over here and they're like, oh my gosh, you're blah, 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 and this and that.
She was in
everything.
Europe for a while. She actually was there for a long time.
Luke says she was 17 when headlining with Asuka and she's 25. So yeah, so she got into it really young and everything like that. And we're just speculating. This is whole speculation.
It might have nothing to do with mental health.
Right? It might be nothing.
I'm giving her.
She's just fucking sick and tired of the shit. And
I was just giving her the option of that being a problem. If you're suffering from panic attack after panic attack after panic attack, you're going to get on an airplane and fly yourself home.
Yeah, where you know that you won't have to worry about it.
A bus. So you're getting out of there.
Right.
It's a fight or flight thing.
Yeah. Robbie says no one in England watches NXT UK. Well, I don't know anyone that does. Robbie says, what a waste of a pie. Luck and Petite says, who do you think is going to be Roman's next opponent? I got Rock. It could still be
I'm going to
go
with Drew. I think Drew's going to do a little bit with King Corbin. Matt Happy Corbin. God, I'll get it right. First, but I feel like it's going to be Drew McIntyre for a little while.
Right.
And I wouldn't even be surprised if it's Drew McIntyre Roman at Mania now, because Brock might be doing something else. I'm just saying I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not predicting that.
Right, that it could have a possibility of what they're doing.
Right,
True.
It could be Drew that takes the title off Roman.
Right. Miguel Gonzalez Edge. I Love Roblox says, do y'all want The Rock to return at the Royal Rumble just like the 15 Royal Rumble and Roman wins because of Rock?
Why not?
Sure. It's fine. I guess if he shows up, he's getting to a point where it's. The last time he showed up, he ended up getting severely injured. He severely had a severe injury. He
tore his abdomen. I think he had something like 7 or 11 or something hernias.
Just from that match.
And that was against John Cena.
Died. So those are things that he has to take into account too. Ravi says, does WWE care about people's welfare?
I feel like they do in different ways. I feel like they do if it's mental health, and I feel like they do if it's alcohol or drugism.
Yes.
But I don't think they do for, just because you don't want to work or something.
Right. If it's because you're over there crying because you don't like your character stuff, they're going to tell you, fine, then you come up with something better. And if you give us an idea that will work and we will like it, and people out there will like it, then fine, give it to us. We'll try it out, and if it works, it works. And if it doesn't, you're going back to what you were. Right.
So they were going to fire Big E. Big E was done. This is about 10 years ago. And Xavier Woods was done. Mm-hmm. And Xavier Woods came up with this idea of this group, this faction, and it worked. It took off. It was fire. It's still around, right? We still got the New Day. Yeah, that's Xavier Woods' baby, and it worked for them.
Yep. Robbie says, no more stains on Corbin's shirts. LOL. I love Roblox says, who wants Edge and Christian and Gangrel versus Rated RK Bro? Not me, probably.
We're definitely not getting that. But
Miguel's giving us the Santa Claus. And Robbie says WWE isn't for everyone, I guess. And that's true, right? Because some people don't like like, I look at it as like WWE is like
a daytime
politics. It's like
opera.
a daytime soap opera. Politics are involved. There's weird storylines that happen. I mean, come on now. Really? The Maurice and Miz shit? I mean, it's like, oh my God. It's so soap opera-ish to me. It's like, bleh.
The world of TV has given, and then social media, because social media has changed everything. Social media gives every single person in our chat, every single person in the world, some way to talk to a big corporation.
Yeah.
You know, whether it's just a bunch of comments. So if you get, say, 1,000 people can change the way a company was going to do business, because those are the 1,000 people that left 3 comments. So there's 3,000 comments that said that this was stupid. Mm-hmm. And they're like, 3,000 fucking people said this is dumb. I don't have to read them all.
Right.
I just have to read 3. And then they change it. And that's what WWE is they look at social media and they go, oh, we got to change this.
Which is stupid because...
And it never worked that way before.
How much percentage of those are real people, for one? And how much percentage of it really are fans of WWE? Not very many. It's such a small percent. And of the fans that watch it, you've got 1.2 million people watching it, whether it's here in the States or from other countries, watching your programming, and you're going to go off of the 2% that say something on Twitter about it? No, that's not what you do.
Yeah, it's really hard to know how WWE treats their talent without being
in there.
Their talent. And then you can't take it from the talent that got released mouth.
Yeah,
because they were the one that got released for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
They don't just release you because they were angry that day and you were in the hallway.
Right? Like, oh, we hate you.
Like, oh, well, I woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Stephanie just threw me out, you know. It's nothing like that. These people do something to get let go, or they don't do anything to get let go, which is the same thing as doing something by not doing something.
Yeah.
If you're not doing anything, you're not on TV, they're going to let you go.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that surprise me are like the Aleister Blacks. Like, what happened there, you know? And then obviously Bray Wyatt, or Wyndham Rotunda, whatever you want to call him.
Right.
The ones of that nature.
True. Like the ones that you're like, well, they were doing stuff with them, and then all of a sudden it was like a no-no.
Karrion Kross.
So maybe it was because I'm not playing your game. I'm not going to do what you want me to do. I feel that this is stupid for my character, and you don't bring anything to the table. And if you're not bringing anything to the table, you know, you're not going to get any changes. I look at them as probably people who actually want to, like, maybe kind of help you, you know, kind of, like, get better at what you're doing. But at the same time, if you have nothing to offer, why would they keep you?
Right.
In any job. This is not just wrestling, guys. This is for any job. I mean, any job that can happen, right? Robbie's like, WWE isn't for everyone, I guess. Alita says Corbin is a joke. Robbie says sports entertainment. I Love Roblox says, who wants Rated RK Bro versus the Bloodline? We the ones.
Why not? That would be a fun one.
He says, I miss the Legion of Doom being a tag team. I wish they were alive. Rest in peace, Legion of Doom.
Both of them are gone, right? That is just... That's
it's
a tough one.
Crazy, right? You get older and your heroes die.
And they're dead, yeah.
Right? Robbie says no one watches WWE for the love of wrestling anymore. And Miguel Gonzalez says PXXX. I don't know what you were trying to say, but
Yeah, we still got 40 people in here. Come on, guys. Chat with us. Tell us something.
Tell us about
what do you think of her pink shirt?
Oh, God.
I got a black one on.
Don't tell me about my pink shirt. I love it. No, I'm just kidding. I don't care if you say something.
Low-key fire, as McKenna said. That's low-key fire.
I think she was just trying to be nice in a weird way. Robbie's like, I'm surprised Naomi and Tamina are still there. You know,
Tamina, yes. Naomi, no. I feel like Naomi has a lot of fans. I'm not sure about Tamina per se. Maybe she's just under a contract. They're just waiting for her to retire. And you know, I don't know how close Vince was with her dad, but her dad's family, very, very close, right? Like,
yeah,
that's the Usos, that's the Rock, that's, you know,
the Roman Reigns, that's, you know, that is her family, which, you know, like, Nia Jax was a weird one. Like,
Right.
if you want to talk about family. That was kind of a weird one. But the problem with that is if you have somebody who constantly is hurting your better talent, the talent that you want to see and the talent you have, and they're champions and superstars, you can't have that person on your roster.
Right, but I don't know if that's what it was.
Right,
I think
it could have been something else.
Yeah, they were just kind of saying, come to work, and she's saying, no, I'm not ready. And they're like, well, you got to come to work. I'm not ready. Okay, well, then we're going to release you. You can come back later.
Right.
Of course she can come back. I mean, there's no other woman in wrestling that's as superior as she is.
There isn't. No, she does a good job, even for how, I guess not rudely saying, but how big she is, because she's a bigger girl. And she does, most of the time, she does really well and doesn't hurt the other talent. Sometimes she gets you can tell she gets a little angry and frustrated while she's wrestling, and that can happen. But it is
happened
weird.
against Charlotte, but Charlotte's more physical.
Yes.
That's why Charlotte and Natalya are great matches. Because they understand the business. They were both raised in it from like babies.
Yeah, literally.
And they will beat the shit out of each other and then go hang out.
Yeah. I Love Roblox says, I love that pink shirt. Miguel Gonzalez says,
There you
F.
go.
Thanks. Rob is like, the pink hoodie is cool. Defo suit your eyes. Hadi, haha. Thank you. Thanks for the thumbs up on that guy.
Her swamp water eyes.
Yes. Lita says, I thought the Migos were going to perform. I think a lot of people thought that.
I thought they were too.
I thought they were going to perform. Travis thought they were going to perform, but they just kind of came out, which was cool also that they were there.
I love that they got in
they're
the ring.
just huge fans, just supported them. That's great. Luke says, I feel like the main issue with WWE is Vince seems to just keep trying to do what worked for the past, but isn't seeming to get things are changing. At least that's what it appears like.
Right, and there's nothing wrong with it. I think the part that's changing is the social media part, and I think that's what's causing the problem.
Yeah.
I think if he could create stars, right, he would. But I feel like he can't because of social media. What he needs to do is not listen to the social media and then build the stars.
Yeah.
And then push the stars. But what ends up happening is the social media, like I said, because everybody gets a voice, and it ends up screwing it up because they only listen to the lower third or whatever it is.
Yeah. I Love Roblox says, bye guys, I'm going to go to bed.
All right.
Sounds like a good deal.
Absolutely.
All right. Well,
I'm running on 3 hours of sleep. I'm just like,
at least you got some sleep.
I'm in a zombie state.
All right, everybody. Well, I know that there's people in the background. If you're still out there and you want to chat for a minute, let us know.
Hurry, chat in there, guys.
Otherwise, we're going to head on out ourselves. We appreciate all of you guys. If you are in the background and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. We are here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for Raw, SmackDown, and AEW.
I could take a nap here, and you guys could watch me nap if you want. That's fine. We could do that. Live napping.
That's a little weird.
Live napping.
Watching people sleep. Ew, who does that? That's just weird.
They're like, hey, let's have a pay-per-view the day after a major holiday where you stay up all night.
Right? I Love Roblox says, psych, I ain't going to bed. I am just Madcap Moose, right? Ooh, psych. Rude. Psych. All right. Well, we are probably going to log off, though. We thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight for the pay-per-view for day 1. I don't know if they'll ever do it again, but you know, they might. Who knows?
My poor phone is like dead.
As Luke says, there are actually sleep streamers. LOL. That is freaking.
We might actually be doing that right now.
That is weird.
There's still 40 people in here. I feel bad leaving.
As Alita says, a nap contest. Oh,
right.
So
all right. Who can fall asleep first?
You know when you sleep that you snore, right? You guys probably have sleep apnea.
I don't have sleep apnea. I probably snored last night. Anytime when I used to drink, and I fall asleep on my back, I know I snored. Because I wake up with sore throats and stuff.
Right.
And last night, I don't know if I snored or not, but there's a good possibility I did. All I know is she punched me.
I did not punch you.
You gave me one of these things, like the round part of her hand, like right in my hip, and it didn't hurt her. It didn't hurt or anything, but I was like, oh, I must have done something, because was I snoring? Was I talking out loud?
You know what? It might have been the fact that maybe it was too quiet. You weren't snoring, and I was like, maybe he left the bed.
You're just like trying to feel.
And I'm like, if you're there, maybe I just kind of hit a little too hard.
No, all it did was wake me up. It didn't hurt or anything.
Sure.
I was like, huh.
He's like, you're abusive. Thanks. Anyways, as Alita says, I'm one. It looks like, okay, I'm out. I am going to get more rest. As you should, Sicky Pants. All right.
I just don't know where these people are. Are these
I
like
don't
bots
know
or something?
Maybe.
We got 40 bots. I'll just leave it on.
I'm not leaving it on.
Why not?
Because that's silly. I want everything closed off. We're done. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out with us. We really do appreciate all of you. Again, if you're in the background, just subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. Hang out with us again. We'll be here. I promise. We're always here. All the time.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for watching Wrestling Gap, and we will see you on Monday. Bye-bye.
All right, bye, everybody.
Brock
Good night.
Lesnar is your new champion.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year.